I'm the vlog driver. I vlog while driving. Deal with it? I tried. Today, Vlog Driver is going to respond, finally, to Dan Brown's video, An Open Letter to Educators, which he posted like a month ago. Dan Brown, the vlogger, not the author, posted this video about a month ago, and it has brought about a lot of debate and discussion. Specifically from two YouTubers, Mikola, who is recently partnered, yay, congratulations Mikola, and also Thunderfoot, who unfortunately seems to exemplify the inability to disagree respectfully that I was talking about a few weeks ago. Essentially, the thrust of Dan Brown's video and the thrust of the debate is that unless education changes to suit the changing world and the increasing amount of information that is available to people, then education is going to become irrelevant. Now, speaking as somebody who has received 13 years of public education, 5 years of college education, and as of right now, 8 months of graduate education, and also speaking as somebody who is studying to be an educator and who works, albeit very, very, very part-time as an educator, I'll be the first to admit that institutionalized education has a lot of problems, some of which I have talked about in previous Vlog Driver videos. But I don't want to talk about institutionalized education in this video. I want to talk about something else. In fact, I want everyone to look at the title of Dan Brown's original video. The title is An Open Letter to Educators. Not an open letter to education, an open letter to educators. This is the point that I feel was missed. Much of the burden of providing education to students is not on the institution, but on the people behind it, the people who are actually doing the teaching. From what I can see, Dan Brown didn't drop out of college because he has no respect for the institution. He dropped out of college because he had lousy teachers. If he had teachers that did nothing more than present a PowerPoint and ask people to regurgitate facts on a test, then yeah, I'd probably drop out of college too. Now, admittedly, I think if Dan Brown had stuck with it for another year or so, he probably would have come across some professors who would have actually been able to teach him something, but that's a debate for another time. And unfortunately, there are a lot of bad teachers out there that are just going through the motions. They aren't trying to set up their students to succeed. They're setting up their students to fail, or they just don't care about their students. And actually, if you think about it, Dan Brown is doing more in his videos than a lot of educators do. He is encouraging his viewers to think for themselves, to come up with their own opinions, to debate, and yes, even to disagree with him. He is encouraging his viewers not to be zombies, which is what all educators should be doing and what a lot of educators are not. One argument that was brought up quite a bit in the debate was the fact that internet information, the kind of free information that Dan was talking about, is hardly ever reliable. We live in an age where we can look up anything on Google or Wikipedia, but we don't necessarily live in an age where we can discern whether or not the information provided by those sites is good, which is all the more reason why educators and education need to recognize that these things exist. Because if they don't, then how are they going to teach students to discern good information from bad? Teaching students facts is important, I will acknowledge that, but what is more important, I believe, is teaching students how to think for themselves. My next video will be made on April 1st, and it will be the beginning of Vlog Every Day in April for Vlog Driver, so get ready for that, and I'll see you next time.